Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to come back and finish the conversation about warning signs when it comes to gaslighting. So another warning sign that you may be experiencing gaslighting is you feel like your concerns are being minimized, right? So you are going to the person and you are trying to express yourself. However, you never can seem to get your point across. You never can seem to come to a resolution because your concern is not even identified as something that is important to the other person, right? So you may hear things like, that's not a big deal. Why are you making such a big deal out of this? I just did X, Y, and Z. Or they may say, you always focus on the little things. You don't know how little this is compared to everything else, right? So you never get that space. The space is never safe for you to voice your thoughts and express your opinions about things because it's always minimized. It's not important. It's trivial. Why did you bring this up? This is small. It's almost as if you bring it up and expressing your feelings makes it inconvenient for the other person. Like, you brought up this little thing. Like, it's so many other things I got going on. You want to bring up this little thing, right? And to you, it can be a fully valid concern. But for them, they're like, this is so small. Why are you even bringing this up? And remember, the purpose of gaslighting is to make you doubt and question your sanity and your memory, right? So if you have experiences of when you bring things up to your partner is saying, why did you bring this up? This is so small. You can start thinking that your concerns that are actually big and actually valid and your concerns that actually need to be navigated through are so small. So in turn and over time, you start not bringing up the little things, kind of like sweep it under the rug, sweep it under the rug, sweep it under the rug. And now you are a container of undealt with, unexpressed emotions, because every time you bring up your emotions, your partner who may be engaging in gaslighting is minimizing what you have to say or your concerns. The last one I'll talk about is they sabotage. They try to sabotage you. Now, one way that you can kind of identify this is that if you have goals, right? So say you have your goals, you're working towards your goal, it'll be more easily identifiable to know when someone is trying to sabotage your goals, right? Okay, so say for example, say if you are starting a fitness journey, right? And you tell your partner, okay, I got this class at the gym. It's gonna start at 3 o'clock every day. But you start to notice around 2:15 or 2:30, your partner gets your car, right? And they drive, they're gone, and you're calling them like, I got my class at 3, I got my class at 3. And they'll be like, oh, I'll be back, or it won't take me much longer. Okay, so you're like, okay, that's a one-time incident. But then you start noticing, well, next time I can't find my keys. And then you start noticing, maybe you go the next time and then they call you the whole time saying, oh, you didn't do this, oh, you didn't do this, or you didn't do this, or you're spending time with them, or you didn't, right? Like that constant, I want you to sabotage, or I'm gonna be an aid in sabotaging the things that you have going on. Another example is say you are newly hired on a job and you have to show up at a certain time, or you have to do something like for a probationary period or so. And you just find that it's always something, they're always doing something that's going to prevent you from getting to work on time, doing the things that you have to do at work, showing up at work. Part of manipulating someone and part of gaslighting, like we talked about, is that confusion. So you may be saying, I know I placed my keys here. The night before, I placed my keys here because I wanted to lay everything out so I wouldn't be late to work. But now I just can't find my keys. I can't find my keys, right? That confusion that's causing you to sabotage the goals that you have in life, the things that you are trying to achieve in life. Someone who's being manipulative, they may, in like their grand scheme of things, they're trying to get you, like I said before, more dependent on them, right? So if you have no goals, if you don't have a job, if you don't have a fitness community, if you're not working on your fitness, if you're not going to therapy, if you're not reaching your goals, then that puts you at a stance in life where you become a little bit more dependent on the other person, right? Right? And the person who is gaslighting may even spin that around, even though they know that they are sabotaging you, and even though they know that they're minimizing your feelings. What they may do is say, well, you never speak up. Why don't you speak up more? Or you're never on time. You're so stupid. You can't even make it to time. Your memory is lapsing. You need to go get checked out. Right? So you see how the pattern of confusion comes into play. I want to also talk about like how this impacts you as a person, right? It tears you down. You start to doubt your decision making. You start to doubt your memory. You start to doubt who you are as a person. So usually when you're finished being the victim of gaslighting, you almost have to go on like an identity development. You have to build your identity back up. You have to build your confidence back up, because at this point you can't trust yourself. You're having a hard time believing that the things that matter to you are going to matter when you talk about it. Like when you talk, people are going to listen, right? And then you just have to start that relationship over with yourself, because the nature of this form of manipulation is to make you doubt yourself. Okay, I hope this was helpful, y'all.